Morning all of you. In today's session, part 1, one word substitutes. One word substitutes. We will discuss in this session 10 one word substitutes in this class today. My dear children, please listen carefully. First one is anthropology. We have already known in English language 4 skills are major important. They are called L, S, R, W. We have given more important for listening. L for listening, S for speaking, R for reading, W for writing. We have more important. We have given more important for listening. Listening is one of the skill. Please try to understand. All of you listen very carefully. Even though you should not understand my writing, as we are using a cell phone to deal with this class, it is not a spacious way to write everything. Please understand my problem. And then the first one is today, the first one word substitutes is yesterday. What is the importance of one word substitutes? What is the definition of the one word substitutes? Why do we use one word substitutes or substitutions in English language? We have discussed. One word substitutes is a replacement word, a single word. Simply means that instead of a phrase or a sentence has to be replaced with a single word. One word. A substitution means, what is the meaning of substitution? A person or place acting, serving in place of. Substitute for another one. To use something or someone instead of. That is the meaning of substitute. My dear children, please listen carefully. The first one is today's class. The first one is anthropology. It is one of the one word substitutes. Anthropology, meaning the definition, the study of evolution of mankind. That is the definition of the anthropology. Anthropology, the study of human societies and cultures and their development. Human development. And the study of human biological and physiological characters and their evolution. That is more important. Evolution. And it is the study of people past and present with a focus understanding the human condition. Anthropology means both culturally and biologically. That is more important, my dear students. Anthropology. It is a science, it is a subject. It is a study of human societies, cultures and development. It is a systematic study of humanity with the goal of understanding our evolutionary origins. Systematic study of humanity. That is the meaning of anthropology. That is the first one, today's one word substitutes, my dear children. We have in our mind more and more vocabulary. It is come under the vocabulary part. One word substitutes. Each and every competitive or academic examinations it will be given. One word substitute is a replacement, interchange or alter. To put or use in place of another one. We use a specific word. And making a shorter, a concise, or clear, for clear understanding, we have to do one word substitutes. That's why anthropology, for example, usage has been given. What is the usage has been given here? Usage, please listen carefully. Anthropological research helps us trace our civilization. This is the usage we should. Anthropological, it has been used as an adjective, not a noun. It is a noun. It is an adjective. In this sentence, it has been It functions as an adjective. Anthropological research helps us. Anthropological research helps us trace, to find out, to recognize, to identify our civilization. That is the usage. And then we go to the second one. We go to the second one, psychology. Psychology means the study of human mind. Please listen carefully. The study of human mind, psychologist who treats psychology with the human mind. And psychology, study of human mind, the scientific study of the human mind, not only human mind and functions of human mind, especially those affecting behavior in a given context. Behavior, affecting behavior. B-E-H-E-V-I-O-U-R, behavior, affecting behavior. In addition, it is the psychology. In addition, it is the psychology study of mind. Study of mind, human mind. And it affects behavior. And it is the study of mind and behavior. It encompasses. P-A-S-S-E-S, encompasses. What is the meaning of encompasses? It includes the biological influences, social pressures, not pressure, pressures, P-R-E-S-S-U-R-S. Social pressures, P-R-E-S-S-U-R-E-S. Social pressures and environmental factors that affect how people think, how people act, how people think, T-H-I-N-K, think, how people act, how people feel. It is the study of human mind. It is a systematic study of mind, how the mind works, and it affects behavior, how the mind works and affects behavior. That is the definition of the psychology. Psychological problems. The psychologist treats with the human mind. For example, usage as I really interested in, really interested. It takes preposition in, interested in. It is important. It is a followed preposition, appropriate preposition. I am really interested in studying psychology and how the mind works, how the mind think, how the people think, how the people act, how the people feel. That is the psychology. And then we go to the third one. My dear students, third one is lexicography. Lexicography, that is the next one. Lexicography. Third one is the lexicography. What is the meaning of the definition of lexicography? The practice of writing dictionaries. That is the definition of the lexicography. My dear students, lexicography, who writes dictionaries is called lexicographer. Graph means writing. Lexicographer. Lexicography means the scientific study of physiology structure, the activity. Lexicographer means a person whose job is to write dictionaries. A person, P-E-R-S-O-N, whose job is to write dictionaries. To write dictionaries is called lexicographer. Lexicography, it is an activity. Lexicography means it is an activity or occupation. It is an occupation. What is the occupation? Compiling dictionaries. Compiling. Compiling dictionaries. Compiling means, what is the meaning of compiling? Produce by collecting from other resources, to collect information from different places and arrange in a book. That is compiling. The activity or occupation of compiling dictionaries, that is called lexicography. The editing or making of dictionary. The process of editing and making dictionary, that is called lexicography. The activity or job, it is one of the job of writing dictionaries. The principles and practice of dictionary making, it is called lexicography. A lexicographer, a person whose job is to write dictionaries. Lexicographer, what does he do to write dictionaries? He is called lexicographer. And usage has been given. What is the usage? Using the lexicography, she works in lexicography department of publishing house. He works. He is doing job in the lexicography department of the publishing house. That is the usage. And then we go to the next word, my dear student, botany. What is the meaning of definition of the botany? We have already known. It is not difficult. The study of plants. It is easy to understand. The study of plants. It is easy. So many students have on botany. Botany, the study of plants. Botany. And it is a branch of biology that deals with plants, including the structure of the plants, the properties of the plants, the biochemical process of plants, everything should be related to the plants of botany. And scientific study of plants, and physiology, structure, the genetics of the plant, ecology, distribution or classification, and economic importance of plants, everything regarding to plants. It is called botany. The usage has been given here. Please understand, my dear student, the usage. What is the usage? Her interest in followed preposition. Plants motivated her to pursue. What is the meaning of pursue? Pursue means keen observation. This course in botany. This is the usage, botany. Her interest, third person singular S adding. Her interest in plants motivated her to pursue this course in botany. That is the usage, my dear student. Next, we go to the next word, my dear students. Geology. The next word is geology. What is the meaning of geology? Definition of the geology. Geology, here they have given the study of rocks. The study of rocks and soils. We should understand, my dear student. Geology, it is a science, it is a subject. The study of rocks and soils, that is more important. And geology, I will explain some more definitions regarding to geology. The science which deals with the physical structure of earth, E-A-R-T-H, earth, not earth, E-A-R-T-H, earth, R silent, earth, their history, the history of earth, the process which act on them. Geology deals with history of earth, E-A-R-T is earth, not earth, earth. History of earth and its life, especially as recorded in rocks, R-O-C-K-S, rocks. My dear students, the study of rocks and similar substances that make up the earth's surface. Geology, who treats geology, he is called geologist. Who is geologist? What is the function of the geologist? Geologist studies the materials, processes, products of physical nature and history of the earth. That is called geologist. Who is geologist? He studies The materials, process, products, physical nature and history of earth, everything belongs to earth. That is, who deals with earth, everything, he is called geologist. Here the usage have been given, my dear students. You should understand clearly through the usage. Do I need to study geology? Yes or no question. Do I need to study geology before going rock climbing? Climbing, not be silent. Climbing, not climbing. It is climbing. Do I need to study geology before going rock climbing? It is a usage of the geology. It is related to everything belongs to earth. Who is studying is called a geologist. And then we go to the next one word substitute. Please listen carefully. Philology. Philology. What is the definition of philology? The study of language. It is our subject. Language. English language, Sanskrit language, Telugu language. The study of languages. It is called philology. Philology means, my dear students, philology means we should understand it is a branch of knowledge that deals with the structure, historical development and relationships of language. The structure, language. And the study of literature. The study of literature or language. The study of language, especially its history and development. History and development. Which history? Language of history, a language of development. Language of development, it is called philology. Philology. The usage has been given by student. Usage, you should understand. Through the usage, we should understand clearly and thoroughly. How many languages does philology covers? How many languages does philology covers? It is a usage, using the philology. Philology means it is the branch of knowledge that deals with the structure or historical development and relationships of language. It studies everything belongs to language. That is called or literature. It is called philology. And then we go to the next word. That one is flock. F-L-O-C-K, flock. It is a collective noun. We have different kinds of the nouns, my dear students. First one is proper noun. Second one is common noun. And third one is collective noun. And fourth one is material noun. Material, not material, material noun. Last one is abstract noun. Abstract noun. These are 5 kinds of nouns. Basically, there are 2 kinds of nouns: concrete nouns and abstract nouns. Proper noun is a concrete noun, common noun is a concrete noun, collective noun is a concrete noun, and material noun is a concrete noun. Only abstract noun is different. We can't see, you can't touch through the senses. That is called an abstract noun. Knowledge is abstract noun. Bravery is abstract noun. Courage is abstract noun, my dear students. And then flock is a material noun. Flock is a collective noun. It is a concrete noun. But here the definition, what is a group of? It is a collective noun. A group of sheep. That is called flock. My dear students. Flock. That means flock. A group of birds. We call also birds. A group of birds. A kind of feeding. It's same feeding, resting, traveling together. A group of animals such as birds, sheep. A flock of sheep. A flock of sheep. We should use a collective noun for sheep. A group of sheep is called a flock of sheep. A flock of goats. A flock of geese. Do you know the meaning of geese? G-E-E-S-E, geese. What is the meaning of the geese? Do you know the meaning? A flock of geese. What is the meaning of geese? Goose, ducks. Goose, vowels have been changed, irregular plural. Goose or geese. It is a plural noun. And a flock of geese. A flock of sheep. A flock of goats. That means a large number of flock of Another meaning is also there. A large number of tourists, a large group of people also called flock, usually in a particular type. That means a group of a number of tourists. On the time we use tourists, tourist, a flock of tourists. That means a large group of people, usually in a particular type, they are called, we have used this collective noun for the people also, for the tourist. And then you have given the usage, you should understand. I saw a shepherd down the hill with a flock of sheep. With a flock of sheep. It is a collective noun. A group of sheep is called a flock of sheep. And then a next collective noun is there. That is called a brood. What is the meaning of brood? B-R-O-D, brood. A family of young ones, small ones, young ones, babies. This is called, a group of young ones is called brood. Brood. And then the meaning brood, a family of birds and other young animals produced at one hatching or births. B-A-R-T-H, births. A group of young birds, not only animals, young birds, all born at the same time. It is called a brood. And another meaning also there, informal meaning. One meaning was informal for a human being also, informal. Informal meaning is a group of a person's young children. It is young children. A person's young children is called also brood. For example, I will write, it is another meaning. Not only it is used animals and birds, but also human beings also have been used this word, a collective noun, brood. For example, Radha was or is at the party. He was at the party with her brood. That means brood means with her young children. Here the meaning is with her young children. In this context, we have also been in informal language. We also used brood for humans. Radha was at the party with her brood. Brood means with her young children, with her babies, small children. For example, here Mr. Styles likes spending hours bathing the brood of horses in the stable. Do you know the meaning of the stable? Stable, it is not a verb, it is a noun. Stable mind is a very constant mind, without deviate, without any flexible, constant, stable mind, peaceful mind. That is not the meaning here. It is a noun form. What is the meaning of stable? It to keep a horse in a stable. It is a building in which horses are kept. It is a living place for the horses. That is called stable here. Stable means. The usage here the usage is Mr. Styles. This is the proper noun, singular noun. Styles, not a plural. Mr. Styles like spending hours bathing the brood of horses in the stable. Brood of horses, a young ones of horses in the stable. Stable means living place of the horses. A building in which horses are kept, that is called stable. And next we go to from last to second one, that is the ninth one today's, caravan. What is the meaning of caravan? Next one word substitute, caravan, C-A-R-A-V-A-N, caravan. Caravan means a number of people traveling together in a big van or jeep. A group of people traveling together with vehicles, a big van or jeep, that is called caravan. That is called caravan. Caravan means a group of vehicles. V-E-H-I-C-L-S. It is called vehicles, not vehicles. H is silent. Vehicles. A group of vehicles traveling together. Vehicles. It is also called caravan. And a group of people and vehicles, especially in a desert, D-E-S-E-R-T, desert. sand area, desert. A group of people, especially traders or pilgrims, traders, merchants, pilgrims traveling together across the deserts in Asia and North Africa. That is called caravan. Caravan means a group of travelers, a group of travelers are merchants. Merchants means business persons, merchants. A group of travelers are merchants, merchants. Merchants, all pilgrims also, pilgrims journeying together for safety in passing through desert. That is more important, desert, in passing to desert. That is the meaning of the caravan. And here the usage also is given. Caravan means a caravan of hippies. Do you know the meaning of hippies? Not a hippopotamus. Hippo, it is an animal, hippopotamus. Hippies means persons. They are also human beings. A caravan of hippies just passed by. They have gone to there. Here hippie means, what is the meaning of hippies? Hippie means persons or a young one who believed in peace, had long hair. They have long hair, hippie craft, long hair. And lived in groups and taking drugs also. They are taking drugs. That type of persons. One kind of the people who is living in peace, had a long hair. They lived in groups and took drugs. They are called hippies. A caravan of hippies just passed away. Okay, my dear children, the last one word substitute is constellation. In this session, I have completed 10 one-word substitutes. My aim is, it is the last one, 10th one, constellation. What is the meaning of constellation? It's a series of stars, a group of stars. That is called constellation. Constellation meaning, and it is constellation, a group of stars forming recognizable pattern. It is called constellation. That is traditionally named after its apparent form or identical with a mythological. That is more important. Mythological. Mythological. What is the meaning of mythology? Myths. Myths means not true. It is imaginary. Not true. Imaginary. Mythological. The constellation means mythological figure. Any of groups, any groups of stars in the sky. Any groups of stars. Groups of stars. S-T-A-R, stars. In the sky. That seems from earth to form a pattern and have given names. Pattern. To form the stars form a pattern, a structure. And that is the meaning of the mythological. Is the mythological myths. Mythology, L-O-G-Y, mythology. But who studies with myths? It is a mythological. And constellation. Constellation means a group of stars. They have given a series of stars. Series means pattern of stars. And one more meaning is there, my dear students. You should understand. A group of famous or admired people all together in one place. Admired people or renowned people or famous people. F-A-M-O-U-S, famous people. They met in a group. They met in a group. It is also constellation, not only group of stars, pattern of stars. That is another meaning also is there. A group of famous or admired people all together in one place, that is also constellation. Not only a group of or pattern of stars, STRs in the sky. And here one usage has been given. This constellation looks like burger. Burger means, what is the meaning of that one? The meaning, you should understand the meaning. Here the meaning is attractive. The meaning is attractive. The constellation looks like burger means awesome. A-W, awesome. Awesome means very attractive, excellent, extremely well, extremely well. The constellation looks like a very beautiful, very attractive. That is the meaning of burger. Okay, my dear students, I have explained 10 one-word substitutes. The last one is constellation. I think, I hope you should understand all these 10 one-word substitutes. They are a part of the vocabulary. Subtopic is one-word substitutes. Thank you each and everyone. Once again, I will meet you next class tomorrow. Up to this time, goodbye all of you.